Me as a vertically challenged Republican mind.
Or me, a colorblind herbal therapist from Delaware.
Time to play
But wait,
once
I'm a
again.
bisexual defense attorney and a Satanist. Anything for me?
You bet. Thanks,
PC
PC.
It's not over till I say it's over.
It's not
Did you
over.
want a 7-question game or 21-question game? Oh boy, we're doing it again. Come on, people, let's get a wiggle on. Let's move it. Come on.
All right, hit me.
I'm sorry, Dave. It's question 1.
Well, what do we have here? Life emasculates art. $1,000 at stake on this one. Okay, imagine this frightening scenario. On a crusade to clean up the movie business, Tipper Gore makes sure every film ever made gets re-edited so it can obtain a G rating. What film's G-rated version would feature this dialogue? What about you, Dad? Flip you. No, Dad, what about you? Flip you. No, Dad, what about you? Flip you. This Boy's Life, What About Bob, Kramer versus Kramer, or The Breakfast Club?
I'm thinking it's probably going to be either 1 or 4.
You're number 1. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10.
It was 4.
The correct answer is... Judd Nelson's home life would take on a whole new wholesome flavor in the G version of The Breakfast Club. I guess near the end, instead of marijuana, all the kids would get high on reading. Right, Tipper? Okay, pick a category.
I wonder if we're due for one
All right,
of those,
here's the deal. This
fiber
little
optic field
commandment
trips.
ain't roast beef. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Get ready to buzz in and type. Okay, now who can forget that classic musical Singin' in the Rain? Hopefully not you. Well, if Moses' toeses really were what he supposes in a song from Singin' in the Rain, what should Charlton Heston have attached to his feet to more accurately portray Moses? Talk to me. Type in your answer.
I believe that would be roses.
Moses supposes his toeses are roses. So Chuck would have some swell-smelling feet. So his toeses were roses, huh? Okay, and what's all that about a burning bush? Category, please. For your enjoyment, music is the best shampoo. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Get your finger out of your ear and listen up. We're going. If the mythical figure Medusa wanted to sing about washing those snakes right out of her hair, where should she go? Oz, Oklahoma, Gary, Indiana, or the South Pacific?
She should be going to the South Pacific.
In the musical South Pacific, they're washing all kinds of things out of their hair. Men and, well, all kinds of things. And man, have you ever tried to sneak a peek of Medusa's hot bath in the shower? She's got a great ass. Hey, they can't all be good. I need a category.
Okay, the gloves are now off. After that last fun.
Say hello to The Gloves Are Off. How does $2,000 sound? All right, take a close look at this picture and tell me, who is most likely the owner of this glove? Ada from the piano, Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie, the Hand from the Crawling Hand, or Count Rugen in The Princess Bride?
That would be Count Rugen.
Count Rugen is the six-fingered man who killed Inigo's father.
Prepare to die.
He's evil, but he's got one hell of a curveball. Okay, I need a category.
He's so prime all the time. 5.
The selection is, a good man is hard to find, but John Goodman isn't. 2 G's if you get this one right. Okay, it's time for fill in the blank question, so when you dare to presume you have the right answer, buzz in and start typing. Single white male misses Vegas nightlife. This big man with a big heart is searching for a single female to fill the empty rooms in my castle. I'll treat you like a queen. Which John Goodman character plays this ad?
Okay.
It's all yours.
I got this one.
In King Ralph, John Goodman plays a Vegas lounge singer who, through a bizarre set of circumstances, becomes the King of England. I heard this movie was inspired by the little-known fact that Tom Jones is actually the Emperor of Uzbekistan. Category, please.
Password.
Yeah, tell him 6 sent me.
Let's see what we got going. Thank you for your support. And you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Wow, this is pretty interesting. For several years in a row, the Oscar winners for Best Supporting Actress had something unusual in common. See if you can figure it out. Based on the pattern in the names of the Best Supporting Actresses from California Suite, Kramer vs. Kramer, Melvin and Howard in Reds, who should have won next? Lassie, Madeline Stowe, Gina Lollobrigida, or Shannon Tweed?
I think the answer was Madeline Stowe.
Those Oscars went to Maggie Smith, Meryl Streep, Mary Steenburgen, and Maureen Stapleton. So Madeline Stowe, whose initials are also MS, would best complete the pattern. Yeah, the Academy busted up that pattern the next year when McLean Stevenson tried to horn his way in. Okay, pick a category.
7 is the number that I'm suggesting. He's suggesting 7. He's suggesting 7.
Chew on this. Guys who can't speak and guys who shouldn't. And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. You know what I love about those silent film comedians? They're so graceful and athletic. If you were to describe silent comedian Harold Lloyd's most famous screen escapade in sports terms, what would be the most appropriate phrasing? Nice catch on that can of corn. Whoa, nice hat trick. Now that's what I call hang time, or it's the old Statue of Liberty play.
That would definitely be hang time. He hung on to a clock for a while.
In Safety Last, Harold Lloyd dangles from the hands of a clock on the side of a building. If you haven't seen the movie, you've probably seen a clip of it. He's lucky he did it back in the 20s. Nowadays, he'd get a technical foul for that. All right, hit me. Uh-oh, French cutlets prime chore.
It's time for a
Ticklish test come.
Should I go for it
Take
now?
a look at your gibberish category. Dad
Should
golfs
tickets go
with a
for it?
frozen panda. This question's gonna start out at 5,000 big ones. All right, as soon as you know the answer, buzz in, because I'm taking away some cash every second and a half. Okay, tell me what food this phrase rhymes with. Father leans panda ice key on tree.
Father leads panda ice key on tree.
First clue, it's from Silence of the Lambs. Make your move, type your
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing sounds really gross. I mean, that Chianti is way too dry. I'd go with a nice blush. Category, please.
It depends what else is being served with those, I guess.
They said it was indestructible. Then disaster struck.
This
Whoa.
one's called Killing Me Softly with His Song. This one can net you $1,000. You know how in that movie, The Professional, Gary Oldman's character listens to Beethoven before he kicks somebody's ass? Well then, which of Gary Oldman's other movies would have inspired his character from The Professional before a big killing spree? Romeo is Bleeding, Immortal Beloved, Murder in the First, or Sid and Nancy?
Immortal Beloved.
In Immortal Beloved, Gary Oldman plays Beethoven. I wish I knew who wrote the soundtrack for that movie. It was good. I need a
You've
category.
got to be kidding me.
Coming at you. Come back here, you coward! $3,000 on the table for this one. Fire up those frontal lobes. Here's the question. Considering the actor's more famous occupation, how might the villain in the movie Runaway have shown up on the set each day? Wielding a badge, gun, and nightstick, in a striped shirt, carrying a starter's pistol, in high heels and makeup, holding a guitar, or with a wooden dummy on his knee?
Yeah, the villain in Runaway was Gene Simmons, otherwise known as the guitarist from
The
Kiss.
villain in the Tom Selleck film Runaway is played by Gene Simmons, the bass player from the glam rock band Kiss. As a villain, he's not very convincing. I mean, all he does is stick his tongue out at Tom Selleck a lot. That's it for round
That
one.
tongue could be
Let's
pretty
go to round two.
intimidating, though.
Every question in round two is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Let's get to it. Okay, I need a category. Now showing Distant Memories of Bryan Adams. You give me a right answer, I give you a quick 4,000. Ah, the summer of '69. I got my first real six-string and played it till my fingers bled. I had a band, we tried real hard. What else could I do in the summer of '69 that I couldn't do in the summer of '68? Rent a movie at Blockbuster, see a movie in Sense-Around, contribute to the first movie soundtrack, or see an R-rated movie.
I think it was see an R-rated movie.
MPAA ratings like R and X were instituted on October 7th, 1968. Oh, those were the best days of my life. Except for that finger bleeding thing. That sucked. Okay, pick a category.
Did someone order a 12-inch sausage?
Oh my.
And I believe this one's called Cut, Cut, Cut! And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. All right, heads up. Let's see if you can complete this analogy. The Godfather is to horses as Seven is to dogs, wives, mothers, or captains.
Spoilers, they both refer to cut off heads.
In The Godfather, a guy finds his horse's head in his bed. In Seven, Brad Pitt's wife's head turns up. You'd think they could just express their feelings with a card. All right, hit me. Here we have Delta, 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 can I help my country? And we're talking 2,000 for this baby. Just step up and take a swing at this one. If Delta, Delta, Delta sorority pledges were forced to serve in Chuck Norris's Delta Force, what might you hear their sisters demand of them during Hell Week?
Protect the president, pledge. Kill those terrorists, pledge. Rescue those POWs, pledge.
Or
save the universe, pledge.
rescue POWs? No, sorority pledges would have too much trouble finding a fraternity called Pi Omega Wu. It would have been so beautiful if you'd only picked this. The Delta Force in the first Delta Force movie is a crack anti-terrorist military unit. Of course, when you're so drunk off Jello shots you can barely move, it's pretty hard to do any really effective anti-terrorist work.
Like, oh my God, she totally shot right through our party ball.
Category, please. The category? I want the autograph of the guy with the foam finger. You get 4,000 clams for this one. You know how all the celebrities in Los Angeles like to be seen at Lakers games? Well, imagine this. During a Lakers home game, the crowd starts shouting, "Defense, defense!" Because he played a character known as Defense, who would most likely stand and wave to the crowd? Jack Nicholson, Michael Douglas, Shaquille O'Neal, or Spike Lee?
That would be Michael Douglas.
In Falling Down, Michael Douglas plays the frustrated everyman whose character is known only by the name on his license plate, Defense. And if he doesn't get the obligatory camera time during the telecast, Michael may just stand up anyway. I need a category. The category is shaken, stirred, just give me a drink. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. You don't have to be a James Bond fan to answer this movie tech question, but it can't hurt. Suppose during the filming of the next James Bond film, Pierce Brosnan finishes shooting a martini shot. Based on the terms used in the film industry, what will Pierce do next? Move on to a lager shot, come up for air, get out of bed and put on his clothes, or go home?
That would be in, I think Director's Ted Enjoy was talking about it. The martini shot's the last shot of the day.
Because the last shot of the day is called the martini shot, Mr. Brosnan should get ready to go home. And the first shot of the day is called the Bloody Mary shot, or in some areas, the mimosa. Okay, I need a category. Hey, all right. Guess what you just picked? It's time to play Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat is, let's go on a Poseidon adventure. I'm going to read off the names of 7 actors who are in the Poseidon adventure, and for each one, I want you to tell me, does his or her character live in the Poseidon adventure, or does the character die? If the character lives, press 1. If the character dies, hit 2. And press 4.
I have never seen this.
Each correct answer will net you $1,000. And you lose $1,000 if you get it wrong or if you don't get to it at all. Okay, can I have 30 seconds on the clock, please? Here we go. Shelley Winters, the swimmer. Does she live or die? Ernest Borgnine, the cop. Eric Shea, the kid. Stella Stevens, the whore. Jack Albertson, the old guy. Red Buttons, the other old guy. Last one, Gene Hackman. That's all she wrote. You got 4 right, you missed 3. Hard to be enthusiastic about that. Let's throw it into your total.
Well, we made money off of it, I guess.
All right, there's a little scrap for you. Let's move on. Okay, pick a category.
The following question has been rated 17. No questions under 17 permitted.
Okay, give it up for A Cure for the Cinematically Blocked. Oh, let's just make this one $6,000. Listen up, class. It's time for another visit from Mr. Movie Language. If the word enema were derived from the same word that the term cinema is, what would the longer word for enema be? Enema verite, enematograph, enematech, or enemascope? The word cinema comes from the French cinematograph, the first true motion picture camera. The word enema comes from the Latin word for yipes!
Yeah, we don't talk about those.
I need a category.
Question 18. Honor student by day?
Stripper by night.
I proudly present the kind of girl you can bring home to mother. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. If you listened to your mother when she told you never to socialize with bad girls, with which of the following actresses would it be safe to hang out? Penelope Ann Miller, Andie MacDowell, Madeline Stowe, or Drew Barrymore?
I think it'd be Penelope Ann Miller.
Penelope Ann Miller was not one of the prostitute cowgirls in the movie Bad Girls, so it would be okay to introduce her to your mother. However, I bet your mom would stop being such a snob if she learned how much those bad girls make every year.
Oi, you should have married the prostitute cowgirl.
Category, please. This category is known as, can you say grab it? You give me a right answer, I give you a quick 4,000. Heads up, here it comes. What year saw the release of films about Charles Babbitt, a cartoon rabbit, and a Michael Keaton character with a drug habit? 1985, 1988, 1991, or 1994?
I think it was 88.
In 1988, Charlie Babbitt was Tom Cruise's character in Rain Man. Roger Rabbit was animated, and Michael Keaton portrayed a man battling alcoholism in Clean and Sober. You know, in 88, I also watched a lot of Family Affair reruns starring Sebastian Cabot. Oh man, this is freaking me out.
Okay.
All right, hit me. Let's give a nice warm welcome to no shirt, no shoes, no respect. Better wake up, there's $6,000 at stake. Test time, pick the answer that best completes this analogy. Caddyshack is to Rodney Dangerfield as Caddyshack 2 is to whom? Jackie Mason, Bill Murray, Jim Carrey, or Don Rickles?
That would be Jackie Mason.
In Caddyshack 2, Jackie Mason filled the shoes wisely left vacant by Rodney Dangerfield after the original Caddyshack. As far as I know, the original Gopher reprised his role. I need a category.
Gopher didn't have a good enough agent, I guess.
You want the attack? You got it. Heads
You can't
up,
handle this
here's your
attack.
clue. Follow that vehicle. Okay, put it in overdrive. It's time to motor.
Alright, so it's films with cars in them. No, car wash, yeah. That makes sense. Tank Girl, yeah. Okay. Trains and automobiles. Steamboats. Louis?
Sweet mercy, you were like Godzilla eating that attack for breakfast. Let's see your score.
That's the game.
Still pretty good.
Way to go, player. It's like I always say, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, as long as you get to play with yourself. Now get the hell away from the computer and go make some friends, because...
You don't know. All right, that's a wrap, everybody. Get the commercials rolling and roll what's happening. We going again?
Well, isn't this a special moment? You've knocked some poor sap off the high score list. They weren't even around to defend their position. Well...
Alright, that was another episode of You Don't Know Jack Movies. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment in the section below, and hit that notification bell when you want to be informed of more content on YouTube drops. Be sure to subscribe and spread the word. We'll see you next time here in Ticket.